Now, I want you to repeat after me, please. We got to recondition our minds first. Let us say together, good things are supposed to happen to me. Yeah, write that down. I want you to say that to yourself every day. See, we live in a world where we believe that bad things are supposed to happen to us. I remember at a point in my life, Bishop, when things are going good for me, and I said, this is too good to be true. Something is bound to happen. Guess what? It did. Thou shalt decree a thing that shall be established unto you and shall accomplish that whereunto it has been sent. Watch your words. Watch what you say about yourself, about your affairs. Be conscious of that on a daily basis. Why? Because your words are powerful. In the beginning was the Word. Life and death is in the tongue. Watch what you say. Never say I'm broke. Say I'm overcoming a cash flow problem. Claim what you want, not what you don't want. So affirm, good things are supposed to happen to me, and begin to believe that. Begin to expect that. Now, I was talking to my oldest son, Calvin. We were going for a walk. And I said, Calvin, do you want to be successful? He said, yes, sir, Dad. It's okay. We kept on walking. Then I stopped and I looked him in the eyes. This is my namesake, my junior. I said, Calvin, we're looking at each other eye to eye now. Do you expect to be successful? Given the fact that you are a single parent of 2 kids, given the fact that you decided not to go to college to further your education, given the fact that you are very talented, but you're behind on your dreams and your bills, do you expect, based upon your performance, based upon what you produce at this point in time in your life, do you expect to be successful? And Calvin got quiet. Because see, if you ask most people at the Manpower Conference, do you want to be successful? Do you want to live a life of productivity? Do you want to live a life of contribution? Do you want to be a better father? Do you want to have your own business? Are there dreams you want? Everybody will say yes. But see, want shows up in conversation. Expectation shows up in behavior. See, I can tell what you expect by what you do. That's why the Bible says, judge a tree by the fruit it bears, not the fruit that it wants, not the fruit that it talks about, not the fruit that it claims, but by what you are doing. See, what you do when you leave here, when the music stops, when the shouting dies down, your behavior, how you conduct yourself, writing your goals down, deciding to enroll in school to get a GED, deciding to sit into class with children young enough to be your grandchildren, decide to find some product, some idea, some service that you can provide so that you can begin to create some value for yourself so you can create wealth. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that we begin to learn how to create wealth. I'm not talking about loving money. See, I believe the lack of money is the root of all evil. People are steal for money. People are killed for money. People go to jail for money. Every time the unemployment goes up, in those areas where the unemployment is high, that's where you have the highest incidence of crime and violence. Whenever the unemployment goes up 1% in our community, 10,000 children and women are battered. Money makes a difference in your life. I never wanted to be rich. All I've ever wanted to do was to be comfortable. How many of you ever want to be comfortable? Raise your hands. Then I realized in order to be comfortable, you got to be rich. An old friend of mine, Zig Ziglar, said, people say money won't make you happy, but everybody want to find out for themselves. Rita Davenport said money ain't important, but it's right up there with oxygen. And let me tell you something, fellas, even if you're as homeless as I am, if you got some money, women will find something cute on you. He got earlobes like Denzel, honey. Money makes a difference. I used to be so broke when creditors would call the house, my children would answer the phone and say, my daddy say he ain't home. I was so broke at one time in my life, I walked by a bank and tripped the alarm. that poverty sucks. You hear me? Repeat after me, please. I'll never be broke again. Yes, write that down. I affirm that I'll never be broke again. Never. Never will I ever be broke again. Let me tell you what money does. Number one, it gives you control over your life. Write that down. Number two, it gives you options. Three, it allows you to live a life of contribution, to contribute to things that you feel strongly about, like this ministry and the work Project 2000 will be doing to change the lives of young people. Bishop Jake's vision is if we can have Little League football teams and baseball teams and basketball teams, then we can have Little League dermatologists and cardiologists and endocrinologists. So he is now establishing an institution, Project 2000, to give our young people the methods and the techniques to reinvent themselves as we go into the next millennium. And this era that Peter Drucker calls the era of the 3 C's: accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and tremendous competition. So here's the first step to accumulating wealth. If you expect to do it, write this down. You must be willing to do the things today others won't do, in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. That's why the book of life says the road to life is straight and narrow, and few there be that find it, because few there be that are willing to do the things today others won't do, in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. What are the things that others won't do? Number one, make discipline a major force in your life. How many of you know if you'd have been more disciplined, you'd be further along to reach your goals right now? Socrates said the undisciplined life is an insane life. The road to life is straight and narrow, because few there be that are willing to discipline themselves. Here's something else that most people won't do. Make it okay to fail. A lot of people, 85% of people, allow their fear of failure to outweigh their desire to succeed. Repeat after me, please. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly. Yeah, see, anything is worth doing right, as we have been taught, if you know how to do it. But if you don't know how to do it, it's worth doing badly until you get it right. Now write this down. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. The first time I stood up to speak, I stood up and my mind sat down. I looked at the audience and I panicked. I had to introduce a play at school. We're about to start ran off, Mr. Washington. Mr. Brown, where are you going? Mr. Washington, I can't think, sir. I don't know. Did you rehearse? Yes, sir, I did. Well, what's wrong? Why did you say your lines? I don't know, sir. I got up there and I looked at him and everything left me. Let me do it another day, please, sir. No, go back out there, Mr. Brown. Mr. Washington, I'll mess up, please, sir. Don't send me out there now. I'll mess up. Mr. Brown, if you run now, you will always be running. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly until you get it right. Why are you moving like that? I got to go to the bathroom, sir. Mr. Brown, go back out there. Yes, sir. We're about to start a play called 12 Angry Men, directed by...
Good evening, everyone. Please mute your lines as we come on. Please mute your lines so that we don't have any distractions. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jacqueline Lopez. I am one of the creators of the Milwaukee Sauce Strategy, and I am your educator for this evening. Let me just take a look here. I do have a few people I can hear. It sounds like their mics are still unmuted. If you guys know anybody or can see anybody's mics that are unmuted, please mute them or notify them so that it helps me, so that way we don't have any feedback, and I make sure that you guys get the information that I want you guys to receive this evening. All right, okay, so first things first, such a powerful, powerful message by the one and only Mr. Les Brown. I wanted to share that message with you guys this evening because it was motivating for me and inspiring for me, because I know that this last month, this last 30 days that we've embarked on through this 52-week journey has been a challenge for all of us. And so I know that we need a little bit of inspiration to keep us moving forward so that we don't give up on ourselves. We need to always remember that the tough is going to come, but there is never going to be any ease without difficulty. And I can remember one of Chad's earlier videos, and he mentioned, or he said a statement that has stuck with me since I saw it. And he said, you need to turn your pain into your passion. And so I wanted to share that with all of you, because I don't know what your why is, but I know that there was something that motivated you to start this journey so that it would make a dramatic difference in your life and in the lives of all those individuals that you come in contact with. So I want to start our call off this evening by giving our daily affirmation. I am so thankful and grateful now that I have patience and discipline so that I am a master trader. And I hope that all of you have been using those words and have been saying those words to yourself, because as Les said, words are powerful, and you have to train yourself. You have to reprogram yourself. You have to reset every day so that you can start off fresh. Because guess what, guys? Trading is difficult. Mute your lines, guys. I need you guys to mute your lines, please. Trading is an emotional journey.
That's okay.
It's a journey that we're all going on together.
That's cool.
And because we're going on this journey together, we get to bear witness to each other's growth. And so I want to share this call and utilize this time to do just that. So, as I said, this is the Harmonic Scanner 52 Weeks to Freedom class number 4. My name is Jacqueline Lopez, and I welcome you all to the call. Please mute your lines as you come on so that there aren't any distractions, so that everyone gets the information that we all want to hear. All right, so that we can get over the formalities. On the screen, you should all see what the disclaimers are, so that we know that this is educational, it's information that we're learning through the IML Academy and all of the tools and resources that we have access to. All right, so what I'd like to do this evening is just recap on everything that we've already learned over the last 30 days, because I know that as we move forward, that we're going to be moving at a rapid rate and adding more information on top of the multiple strategies that you guys are going to be learning as we move forward. So I wanted to take some time this evening to just go over any questions that you guys have about any information that we've already discussed. I also wanted to take some time to just hear from you guys how you've been feeling as far as the progress of the 50. If there's any testimonies, any shout outs that you guys want to share, so that we can learn from the process to make it better, because we're getting ready to bring in another group of students so that they too can progress to the next 52 weeks as well. Is there anyone that wants to start the call off by sharing a testimony or, you know, just something that they've learned that they didn't know before?
I could go.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, my name is Robert. I'm out in Atlanta. I've used the Milwaukee sauce last week on the US CAD, and I was able to profit from that. So I was thankful for that. And also, I just want to say, just make sure y'all stay to the campfire, because when you stay close to the campfire, you'll get everything you need. Because I'm not gonna lie, along the way, you're gonna have obstacles to come that try to stop you, but it's up to us to keep pushing past them and keep progressing, because I want to see all of us at the top at the end of the 52 weeks.
All right, thanks. Anybody else?
I'll go now. Hey, this is Shamika Renee up here in Philadelphia. And I definitely want to give you and Anna a shout out because y'all taught me a whole new way of trading. I've literally set myself up. You know, I call it the Milwaukee street sauce, because that thing is so serious that when I was in front of Lasaldo looking at him train, I literally was doing the comparison and I saw the value with his, but when I say that yours is much greater, and because it's easier to understand that 50 EMA has helped me a lot. I call it the goal line, because we know what it's going to do, and it has helped me tremendously. So I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm really learning the value of trading, and it's so much clearer and easier. So shout out to you and Anna.
Oh, thank you, Sugar. Come on, y'all. Let's tell me what y'all done learned over these last 30 days. I'm excited now.
Hey, this is Bobby out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Come on, Bobby.
All right, can you hear me? I'm driving right now, so can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, ever since I got started with this Milwaukee sauce, because I wasn't a big user of indicators, but since I use this Milwaukee sauce, I keep a trade journal, and it's been on point. So it's lit. So I haven't lost a trade yet. So since I use the sauce, and the main thing is not to over trade and don't be greedy. Don't trade with your emotions, because 90% is mastering your emotions, and 10% is the skill set. And we got the skill set in front of us, the Milwaukee sauce, and it's going great. So I just can't wait to see why we at 2 weeks next week. In a couple of days from now. So yeah, so it's lit, and I really appreciate your input and you taking the time and to show us how we can grow this thing. So I'm excited.
Well, congratulations on all your success. That was the ultimate goal. Come on, guys. What else did y'all learn? What else did y'all apply?
Good evening, Miss Jacqueline. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Sugar. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So I just want to let it give this testimony out. So for the last couple of weeks, I really haven't been able to have access to a computer to be able to really do the harmonic scanner as good as I want to. So because of that, I've been usually having to use my charts on MetaTrader 4 or on TradeView. So with that being said, I have been relying on the Milwaukee sauce to try to be the way that I set up my mobile to be able to mimic that as close as possible. And so far, I will say that I have been ranging about 70%, wins on the trades that I have been doing that Milwaukee sauce when I've been really paying attention to the indicators, things like that, without having access to my computer. So I will say that by just using off my phone, it's been a little tricky trying to figure out how to do it, because you still got to, do your charts and trend, do your trend lines. You definitely got to mark up your charts the best way you can off the mobile phone. So I've been trying to learn how to do that. But I will say what I have been learning is how to properly predict where things are going. So I have been getting a good trade back and forth on doing that. So I will thank you very much, because the Milwaukee sauce has definitely helped out with doing it on the mobile app when you don't have access to your computer like a lot of people may have.
Great. So that sounds like we're having success not only on the desktop and the harmonic scanner, but on our mobile app.
Oh, you said
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see who else got something to say. Anything else? What about the currency strength or anything about that? Have y'all been using that?
Currency heat wave has been amazing for me, even when I'm getting ready to set up for a trade and looking at the Milwaukee sauce with that, and it just makes sense because you can see the strength, you can see where each pair is, and I mean it just really changed everything for me as far as the knowledge of what the currency is doing. So that has been amazing, and I appreciate that information. Currency heat wave has been on point, and I'm so thankful for that.
Hey, this is Miles out of Vegas. Adding on to what she said, the currency heat wave has been awesome to me, because it's definitely what the strengths are showing, the charts are showing the same thing. One thing that I can say that I've learned, though, is patience. I hear everybody preaching about patience, and you got to be patient and wait for the indicators, but I didn't learn the hard way. And the times that I do wait until my indicators on that Milwaukee sauce are ready, I've been pretty successful. And the times that I be rushing or jumping in a trade when I'm not all the way sure, I get slapped on the butt. So I'm definitely learning that patience is the key.
Hey there, I just wanted to piggyback on that. This is Kim from Vegas. Hey, Miles, I think I met you last night. Congrats on the new baby.
Thank you.
Miles was trading with us last night while he was waiting for his newborn to come, so congratulations. I really appreciate the fact that y'all have taken the time to explain in depth a little bit more than what we're used to about the base pair, the quote pair. If this one's stronger, then you sell. If this one's weaker, then you buy, etc., and vice versa. That really puts it into perspective, makes it a whole lot easier to understand as far as, learning trends and things like that. We can now look at, the base pair and the quote pair and kind of decide which way it's going to go as well. So it's just one more nugget that we have now that we maybe didn't have before. So thank you.
And if I can piggyback on Kim, this is Zinja in Vegas. Vegas representing. And congratulations, Miles. But yes, I honestly, breaking down the currency pair, how they fall, all of that stuff has been, it's almost like this past weekend, I literally went back through the academy and was like comparing the information we're getting here in this group and then what's in the academy. And I just, just like Kim said, it made everything deeper. It made everything clearer. It made it all make sense. And then definitely what Miles said about patience, about understanding that the markets are going to move when they move. And what we're learning training is to be knowledgeable in how we approach getting in the market. So I absolutely appreciate what this class is doing on a weekly basis.
All right, all right, all right. Anybody else? Anybody else? We got time. I want to hear is feedback. This how we're gonna get better. This how we're gonna be able to know what's gonna make us a master trader. We've come up with what we think is going to produce us the results that we want. But in order for us to be successful, we have to evaluate ourselves and we have to make the changes necessary in order to get better. So is there anything else that you guys want to share?
This is Rwani from Virginia. I just want to say, you know, everybody's been talking about the currency heat wave and the harmonic scanner, and those are great. But I just think the sessions are informative altogether. Like they were saying, it does make them feel more confident. I know for me to be able to be more familiar with the terminology and be able to understand the movement of the pairs, and even when you talked about the different sessions and what time to look at the charts to be able to get a good feel for what's going on. I'm thankful for all of that knowledge and for the growth that I'm getting from these classes. I appreciate you
guys. Jackie, can I say something?
Sure, go ahead. Hey, Sugar.
How you doing? Okay, so I want to say this. A couple people have sent me a message and said that they have not made withdrawals. So with that said, I want to ask you, how many trades are you taking a day? Are you writing it down? Are you trading all day? Do you have a trading plan? Are you compounding? Because if you're like, and I'm speaking from experience, because if you don't have a trading plan, if you're trading all day, then you're not going to make withdrawals. You have to write it down what your target is for the day. I don't know if you can add to that, Jackie, please.
Yeah, sure. I don't mind adding to it. That's the one thing, guys. Remember, it's all about patience and discipline. I know that we all want to get to the end of the rat race as fast as we can, right? Because we all have bills, and we know that the bills come monthly, whether the income stops or not. They just keep coming. So we understand that there's going to be outside factors that are going to cause you some undue stress as you're learning this process. However, you have to remember that this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a skill set that you are going to learn how to master over the course of time based on how much effort you put into it, because we all know what you put into something is going to determine what you get out of something. And as we all should know, this is not a competition amongst each other, guys. I'm not competing against you, and you should look at this as a competition against anyone else, right?
I gotta go watch your
The way that you should be looking at this, the way that you should be looking at this, somebody reach out to the guys whose lines aren't muted, because I don't have access to mute them.
Hey, Jackie, if you become the host, you could mute him.
Yeah, it won't let me though, I don't think, because I don't have chat. Let me see, I might be able to. Maybe. But anyways, the point that I'm trying to make, guys, is you have to look at this as this, the only competition, the only person that you're in competition with is yourself. I'm going to say that again. The only person that you're in competition with is yourself. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Don't worry about how much somebody else is making. Don't worry about how long or how fast someone else is getting it. It ain't about that. What this is about, it's about you learning a skill set that's going to change your life. That's what this is all about. And if you consider that and you keep that in mind, then guess what? You'll keep that daily log. And in addition to that daily log, you'll also make sure that you hold yourself responsible and accountable for your actions. So, you know, piggybacking off of what Marge said, don't feel discouraged if you haven't made a withdrawal yet. Because as I said, we're trying to compound your account so that you're in a position to maximize your lot sizes based on the leverage that you have access to. But the only way to do that is to show you how numbers don't lie, and that if you save over a course of time, you'll get there. But that's going to take time and patience and discipline and dedication and commitment and all of those things that we talked about when we first joined the class, when we first started this entire journey together. So yeah, keep track of all of those things so that way you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to make it to the end, because you're confident you are. It's just going to be at your own pace. I hope that sheds some light on it. I hope I didn't ramble off. You know, I can get passionate sometimes. Anybody else?
Thank you.
So I do have a question for you guys. How has things been going in the individual study groups when you guys aren't coming together for Wednesday's classes? How is that working out? Are you guys using the information that you're learning in these classes together to help one another to see what needs to be seen so that no one gets left behind? Is there any feedback on the study groups and how that's been working out for you guys at all? I take y'all silence as y'all all thumbs up for the study groups.
Hey, yeah, I'll chime in. This is Bobby again from Phoenix. Because the West group will be doing the JPY pairs. Inside the West group, first thing that's all I've seen as far as like the study groups and inside the chat. What's that chat group?
So are you guys meeting outside of the study group to do additional Zoom calls through the week? Has that been working for you guys? Is there anything else that we can do to make the process better?
Jackie, how do you how do you become a part of the group? I don't think I've like gotten anything other than like the links to join this Zoom call, but I haven't been linked up with any group to like study a certain pair. So how do you get started with that?
Okay, what you do is inbox me, and then what I'll do is let me know where you're located as far as where you're living at, and then I'll put you in contact with the right link so that you can get added to the group.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Uh-huh. Are you part of the main harmonic scanner group though?
Yes, you mean how I get on this call, right?
Yes.
The chat for, yeah, right.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right, so I'm in the Midwest, so I'll just send you a message.
Okay, great. You're in my group. I'll add you to the link.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Someone had messaged me, private messaged me. I'm not sure who it was, asking me which pair did I want to concentrate on. I told him, I responded. I told him it doesn't matter. You know, I'm good either way. So they said, cool. And I haven't heard anything else since. So.
Okay.
And I'm part of the.
You part of the West group?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Well, then all you got to do is when you go into the Midwest study group, when you look at the picture, it'll show you exactly what 4 pairs that particular group is focusing on. And then you can pick one of the 4 that you want to master, or you can study all 4. It's up to you. Your group is just assigned those 4.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Ms. Lopez, I had a question. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, sugar. Come on.
It's Lou. If it's any, I just wanted to ask if there's anybody that's up during the London session from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. I work afternoons, and I'm up during those hours looking at charts. So if anybody want to hop on a Zoom, I'm available for that any day, 1 a.m. to 5 a.m.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Let's try and link up and put together a Zoom. At least then that way, whoever jumps on, we can record it and see if we can get some value from it and share it with the team.
Sounds good.
Anything else? Any questions, concerns, anything you guys want to talk about? Because next week we're going to be introducing some more new information, some stuff that is going to blow your mind. I feel like Oren right now. It's going to blow your mind. If y'all have been excited about what we've been talking about so far, just wait until we share this new information with you guys next week. So I want to make sure there isn't anything that we need to go over, discuss, make sure that everybody has the setup for the sauce. There aren't any questions about what you're looking for. If there's anybody on the line that is brave enough that wants to share their screen and show us their harmonic scanner and look at some possible setups just so that I can see that we have learned from this last couple of weeks of information before we move on.
Can somebody pull up Euro USD?
Jackie, I have a question.
Yep, go ahead. I'm gonna pull up Euro USD. You want it on the scanner, Mars?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the 4th session, right? How can we get access to the 3 other ones that you did if we missed the class?
Okay, so if you go to my YouTube page, the first class and the 3rd class is the recordings are there. There seemed to have been some technical difficulty from what I understand on the 2nd class, so that class was not recorded. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do as far as trying to make up for that. But the 1st and the 3rd class is on my YouTube page, and this class is being recorded, so it will be shared once it has been uploaded.
Okay, could you remind me of your YouTube page again?
Sure, it's my name, Jacqueline Lopez.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, I also want to shout out a brother. I don't remember his name, but I was looking at a pair last week and I couldn't figure it out. But he was up and also looking at the pair, so I messaged him private and he helped me out with it. I don't remember his name. Maybe he's on this call. I just want to say thank you for the people who have each other's back and teaching each other and holding each other accountable. I really appreciate that.
That's what we're here for, sugar. Gang, gang, Trade Nation. That's what it's all about. One nation to help each other. All right. Okay, Marge, you said Euro USD?
Thank you.
This is an old, let me see. I don't know if there's anything new on it. Let's see if it's a new one. EUR USD. Here's the hour. If we're looking at just the sauce on the hour, obviously it's in the blue. This would be a good entry for a buy. It's looking like it's setting up on the hour. If I was to line this up, I would take my vertical lines, start dropping them. But in order to confirm it, I'd want to go to that 15-minute to make sure. Let's finish putting our lines on it first, just so that we got everything lined up for when I come back to it. All right, let's see. And then that's Trader's Way, that's on the hour. So on the hour, based on the sauces, looking like it's setting up for a buy. Euro USD on the 15-minute. Was that it? Nope, I missed it. Let's go back to it. Euro USD. There it is. Oh, on the 15-minute, look at that, guys. It crossed the 50. Is that what you were seeing, Marge? Look, the cross happened way back here on the 15-minute. So if you was actually getting an alert on this thing, you'd have got in right there at that cross. You would be up right now. Yep. Yeah, about 9, almost 10 pips. It's broke the 50. I'd say it's good to get in. I say get in. What do you see? Anybody else? Anybody else want to chime in on what they see? That's the 15-minute. It's already broke it on the 50. Broke the 50 on the 15-minute.
It looks like a good trade to me.
We go back to the hour. Let me see. Go back to the hour. Yeah, I mean, I say it's a go. You can catch it at least up to the 50 on the hour, which is 22 pips. 22 pips. If it breaks that 50 on the hour, goes up to that TP3, that's 35 pips right there. If it's going to continue to push upward. That's what I see. What do y'all see? Anybody see anything different than that, or is that what y'all see?
I see exactly what you're showing. Can you just elaborate on that 50 line though, that gold line, because it's above the candles, and are we just waiting for that? Like you're looking at it from a buy or a sell?
Okay, so the 50 is a moving average that shows you strong reversals, right? So what happens is the sauce will set up, like right now, it's setting up for a buy. However, the importance of that 50 is that once it gets close to that 50, it's gonna face some resistance.
Okay, got it.
If it doesn't have enough momentum, it won't push through it to continue to the upside. It will bounce off of it and push downward. Does that make sense?
Yes, it sure do, because I'm looking at all the confirmations on the RSI and then our MACD. So everything does look the same. I was just questioning that. But thank you so much. That makes more sense for me.
So, for example, if we were to take the 50 off, then it looks like this is a buy all day long, but you don't have any sense of how long or how far the move is going to go. How many pips in length is it going to actually travel? So the 50, when you put it on there, puts it a little bit in better perspective, because we know that that 50 is going to give us some support or resistance. If it pushes through it, then it will continue to the upside until it finishes that move. And then once it does, like David says or refers to the cloud, the candles will pull or retract back towards the 50. So it will constantly be doing that move. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
So the 50 is not a requirement. That's just there to be mindful of it, is what you're saying.
Correct. The 50 is there because it's going to tell you whether or not the move is going to be a big move or a short move, or it's going to help you judge your levels of support and resistance and where those strong areas of reversals might happen.
Got it.
So you could catch, like now, you can catch the buy up to the 50, but I wouldn't place your take profit past the 50 because you don't know for sure whether or not it's going to break the 50. What you could do is trail stop it in case it doesn't. It will kick you out and you'll be safe, or you can continue to let it ride and hope that it pushes through it. But we don't know whether it'll push through it or not.
Or you can twin trade it.
You could twin trade it. You could. But that was a good setup. I'm glad that Marge seen that. So you guys could see exactly how a buy is setting up on EURUSD using the sauce right now. And how if you would have caught it at the cross on the 15-minute when the alert went off, you would have already been up almost 10 pips.
So Jacqueline, you could set alerts on the harmonic scanner?
Yes, there was a video that was shared in the group explaining how to set alerts on the harmonic scanner.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Jackie, it's Marky. Can I give some perspective?
Sugar.
How you doing, superstar?
I'm doing great, and you?
Listen, I'm feeling amazing. But I just wanted to just give a little perspective, a different perspective here, but the same. And first and foremost, I have to give it back to you guys. you guys are just amazing. This Milwaukee sauce strategy is ridiculously amazing. You know, we just really can't talk about it enough. You know, when we first started this call, you asked, hey, how are you guys doing with it? What are you learning? And I would have just took up this whole call describing it. And I don't want to do that. So that being said, I just want to sit in the back. But as someone right now, I took my first L with this strategy today. And I say L, I don't mean loss, I mean lesson, right? But I've been 14. I said last night at Taco Tuesday, I'm 14 for 14, right? So I took one L today. And even that L is not really an L because it continued in the direction I expected it to. It's just consolidated. So, you know, kind of, it hit my stop loss. And I'm very conservative with my stop losses. So it hit my stop loss. But with this real quick, one thing that's helping me with my accuracy rate, my win rate, one is obviously patience. I don't take every time I see the setup line up, I don't necessarily take that trade, even though it's just so beautiful and it's very tempting. It's very tempting because it works. So it's very tempting, but I don't take them all. That's one thing. Second of all, another way that I'm picky is I follow the trend, the long-term trend. So I'm looking for trades that are going my direction. So with EURUSD, I've been making money with this pair, and I have to be honest with everyone. Like I've been honest with the South Pair group. I'm the leader in the South Pair group. You know, we've been on calls from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. You know, we've been on calls at 2 a.m. I don't know if anybody on this call right now has been on the call with me. But with that being said, I'm always super candid with them. And I'm only taking trades that are going in the same direction. So if we go in a 4 hour, if you pull up EURUSD in a 4 hour, if you don't mind, and let's zoom out, we see EURUSD overall, 4 hour or the day, doesn't matter, has been pretty much trending down. And if you don't mind, real quick, if you can hear my voice, please make sure your line is muted. Even if you think that your line is muted, just double check it. Just double check it and make sure your line is muted, please. But if we look in the 4 hour or the day, we can see that this market has been downtrending. And just like our fearless leader here, Jacqueline's been telling us about this 50 EMA, price has generally been underneath the 50, even though it's been twisting back and forth. It's been primarily underneath the 50. So anytime I can get in on a sell, that's what I'm looking for. So I'm waiting for my Milwaukee sauce, my lines to line up for a sell opportunity. Yes, that means I'm going to miss buy opportunities, but again, it's $7 trillion a day. I'm not looking to get rich off of every trade, right? So I'm going to wait. If I see it buying, yes, man, that'd be nice to catch that. So just like Jackie said a minute ago, yeah, you might catch it up to the 50, or you might, I figured all that. You know what? I'll just wait for a sell because there's also a stronger opportunity for it to just lose its mind and just go nuts in that direction. Right? So I'm looking for sells because just higher probability, especially because on my trading plan, you know, I enter every trade twice. On one trade, I set my take profit and my stop loss. On the other trade, I only set a stop loss. So my goal is to catch that trade and profit and trail stop until it just doesn't want to give me anymore. So that being said, higher probability, looking for momentum. I want momentum in the trend that it's already moving. The trend is your friend. So I'm not going to look at any buys. I'm not even going to entertain it. Yes, some of them look so juicy. Oh, man, there's like 3 or 4 flat bottoms. Yes, I see it, but I'm just not going to mess with it, right? So when I talk about being candid with the South Pair group, you know, my win ratio so far with this strategy, unfortunately, hasn't all been with the pairs that has been assigned to the South Pair group. So I let them know that one, this strategy works. I want you guys to definitely look at it. So when we get on these calls at, you know, 1, 2 a.m., like I'm planning to do again tomorrow, right? I like to do it right after these classes, is when we get on these calls, you know, just looking at these pairs together, and then we can discuss it. So these guys have been discussing it. We have people like Carlos just been discussing it inside the South Pair group, the actual pairs. And I do that for multiple reasons, because I'm still learning this just like you guys, right? So I literally learned this strategy right when, man, the blessed Jackie and Anna shared it with us. So I learned it with you, and I've been hesitant to just send pairs and send signals in the group because I'm still learning too. So I'm building that confidence in teacher mode. But at the same time, I've been killing it. I've been killing. I'm just really grateful for these guys. So that being said, I want to give it back to you. Just wanted to add that perspective. Definitely see that short buy there. No question. The lines are lining up. It's giving it to you. But overall, it's been trending down. And me personally, I'm just going to look for sells. So I might miss some buys. Back to you. Sorry to take up time. Appreciate you guys. Love you.
Oh, Sugar, that was wonderful. I'm glad you added that perspective so that everyone will get that knowledge as well. Remember, trend is your friend. You want to look at those higher time frames because if you remember what I told you guys, you want everything to line up so that you don't get caught and then end up losing more than you actually are winning because you get caught in a pullback or something. So great insight. Glad you were able to share that information. Anybody else want to share anything else? Any last minute tips, information that you learned?
Hey, I don't have anything to share, but if anybody has that the trail stop on the harmonic scanner, can you please share that to either one of the groups, or my name is Miles Bunch. You can hit me on Telegram, but I do need that video.
If y'all don't have anything else, I don't have anything else. I just wanted to share that information. I'm glad all of you were able to share your feedback on how the sauce as well as this 52-week journey has been changing your trading style, what you've learned, so that the next group is in tune, is ready for an amazing journey. I'm so excited to see where your progress is and where everyone else is as we bring more people into the fold. I am excited to see all of you become amazing leaders and share this information with everyone that you come in contact with. Please don't forget to share, promote the 52 weeks. June 1st, we're starting a new group. More people will be joining us. Our goal, remember, is to get us to 1,000. I think we're close to right around 300 people in the group right now. So guys, promote. Make sure that you share. If you can, go on your social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and let everybody know. Hashtag 52 weeks. 52 weeks and the amazing information that you've been learning and how it's changed your trading. We all know that Oren comes up next. Hope to see you guys in class. If you don't have anything else, then I'll see you guys next Wednesday.